in our next episode, we're going to be setting up a heavy modular frame factory. But before we can do that, we're going to need a lot of these. Which means we need another Smeltery. Time to run another motherfucking goddamn montage. Let's roll. Alright, let's go, let me go show you around in our steel smeltery, version number 2. Alright, again, as usual, we are fully walkable. Alright, let's get in here. Alright, here we go. So, this is our monitoring room, as normal. Just a quick little overview of what we've got going here. So 16 smelters for copper doing 480 and then 48 smelters for copper doing 1440. The reason for that is the city is chowing up all the iron ingots coming off the main bus. So I had to tap 2 pure nodes that's in the area here, and then while there was a copper node close by, I thought I might as well grab that one as well. So this one's got 3 sinks. This is the first one of 2, and then this one, obviously, as you can see, it's a nice little circular pattern. Actually, we can quickly have a look at the other 2 sinks there. You can see them visible here. So there they are. That's just for all the excess, just to keep the machines going and making sure everything's running smooth. All of these ingots, both the copper and the iron, is going off to the train station over there. You can see that bus over there, taking everything in there, and from there it's going to be distributed to wherever it's needed. The extra copper and some of the extra iron ingots are going into the main bus, but the iron ingots are mostly meant for my heavy modular frame factory, which is a little sneak peek for you there way in the back. Anyways, this one actually came out quite nice. Since these are smoky machines, I've got a whole bunch of vents in here just to circulate the air out of it. As you can see, it is very, very much needed. The curve, let's get flying here. The curve section is made with the catwalk method, where I just take a catwalk and I then turn it with, I think it's 5 degrees, place down 2 catwalks, turn 5 degrees, place down 2. That then enables me to place down a foundation on that catwalk, and then from there I can kind of like just work off that section here. Actually wondering why are these ones yellow. I think everything's probably backing up because I've only got 3 sinks, and strictly speaking there should be 4 for all of these. So I suppose these yellow lights on the end of the world. We can have a look now and see. Actually, while we're busy, we might as well go check it out quickly. So I'm guessing the bus is going to be static because The trains picking up stuff now. Yeah, that's why. So these 3 lines are coming off. So I think each line, if I remember correctly, is doing 16. It's doing 16 smelters for each one of those lines. So 16, 36, 48. So that's the 48 smelters plus then the 60. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I might. I wonder if I should put a buffer in there just to make sure that these lines continuously move. Well, at some point that buffer is just going to fill up because I'm producing way more than I need at the moment. Here's a little gap. Let's quickly fix this. Yeah, so currently I'm producing way more, so those ingots aren't being used at all, which obviously is seen in the lines backing up and smelters backing up. But that's a temporary issue. As soon as we start with our next phase of construction for phase 4, all the buildings for phase 4, those ingots are going to be used up really quickly. Anyways, coming back to the build here. So again, like I was saying, we've got our 16 copper, so these are all the copper ones going up to this little marker here. And then all the other ones are iron ones. So there isn't really much to this one. It's got a cool, like I say, cool little curve build here. And then everything essentially just goes off those initial curves. The lights up here, all the fans, all the extractor fans, everything is essentially built around that little curve. We can go check it out in a moment. I'll just show you how it was done, but let's have a quick look here. So at the bottom, same story as usual. It's just fully walkable and all red, so that you can just kind of see what's going on here. All right, let's head out. So here's our sinks, obviously. All right, moving on. So if we go outside, all right, let's have a look at these angled bits here. So since I use the catwalk method to get, obviously the straight line is easy, but to get around a corner, you can see it's exactly 1 foundation long. If we go over here, you can see it's just curving at I believe it's a 5-degree angle on the catwalk. So basically all you have to do is, let me do a quick little demonstration here. So place down the catwalk. Let's say this is where we want to be. Now to get the curve to go around this way, now let's assume this little bit is the one that I used over there originally. So place it down, and whilst holding control, you can see it kind of like pivots on that central point there. So all you need to do is go 1 click over. So this is just 1 mouse click over. Place down 2, and then if you hold control again, it will remember what you did before. So there's another 5 degrees, and then place it again, and you just keep going like this until you've got your desired curve. And then what you want to do is you want to place the wall or your foundation or whatever you want to do. You can place on this catwalk, but the thing is you don't want to place it on the back. You don't want to place it in the front of the curve, because then you can have that little gap there that you can see there. What you want to do is, because it pivots on the center point, you want it right on the center point there. Then if you go to the next one and you place it again on the center point, you'll see it joins almost perfectly. And if you do a foundation, it actually does place perfectly. So there you go. That's basically how I did the curve. And then all you need to do with these ones is, once you create your blueprint, you can just attach it to the curve. And let's just we'll do one over there. Just do the same, obviously use this, oh, that's wrong. Let's just cancel this one. Make sure that you use the same point every time. So let's say that corner there. That will work perfect. So place it in there. And obviously if you need to position it, then position it where you need to, but that's basically how you get the curve. So there you can see. Exactly the same method used over there. It's obviously, I moved them in quite a bit, so it would have been a bit of a tighter turn, but there you go. It's, once you understand that concept of just turning it incrementally, it's fairly easy to just use that and then manipulate it and work off that curve, because you've now already established a curve, and then you can do cool shit like this, where you've got everything coming up here. You can see these ones, obviously you can see there's a slight overlap there, nothing we can do about that, but if you just look at a glance, it looks perfectly fine. And everything here, like this is a little blueprint I made just to make my life easier, and that just snaps, that blueprint right there snaps to this one. And obviously this window snapped to that window, and that window snapped onto that one, and that one was on the catwalk, and so on and so on and so on. So then you're able to do something like this, which looks really cool and looks really difficult, but it's actually fairly simple once you understand the basic concepts of it. Hey, little tree. It's this little tree here. Let's just get this one out of here. There you go, Mr. Tree. Boom. All right. That's pretty much it for this one. Just to not just so this little bus I've got here going here, this little section here. Just trying to make it look a bit more interesting instead of just having a belt just run around. So that's the one iron ore or the iron node for iron ore, and it just goes around. And if you have a look in here, it's literally just one belt in there, but just to make it look a little bit more interesting, I just place it into this little bus. And then this one links up with the copper node, and the copper nodes, everything just go in below here. And Bob's your uncle. Yeah, there's the things again. And that's pretty much it for this one. It looks kind of unique. Originally it didn't have this like angled bit around it, but it looked okay, but I thought it could look more interesting, so I added this little skeleton, so to speak, going all the way around, and I think it just kind of gives it a bit more character, which is, I suppose, it's all it is. It just makes it look a little bit more interesting. Right, so it does kind of catch the eye a little bit. Looks intriguing. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support. If you'd like to become an official supporter of the channel, you can do it via Patreon or channel memberships. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comments below, or join my Discord and grab a couple of blueprints which are freely available. And just to close off, I'd like to thank my patrons. Your support is truly appreciated. We'll see you in the next one.